The day after she went back to France, after being here for 8 months, my coworker was like, well, now that she is gone, I can tell you she had a massive crush on you. Still devastated to this day I never picked up on it. Shite coworker right there. She offered to carry my jacket to the next class when I had to stop at the bathroom. Went to the next class and it was placed on the chair next to her and her best friend said your boyfriend is here. I was young and shy. Did nothing. Regretted it. She was amazing. I was honestly just happy being her friend. Why couldn't you go to the bathroom with your jacket? They waited until they no longer had a crush on me and then told me that they used to have a crush on me. Sometimes people just say that to cover for the fact that they still have a crush on you. I was good friends with my crush. One night while texting he says, we aren't just friends, right? And that was the first time I realized even he has a thing for me, and I wasn't just imagining the sparks between us. He was my first boyfriend. I don't think I'd have a relationship as healthy as that one. Why didn't it work out? We were really drunk and just talking crap when he said, God, I had such a crush on you growing up. And I replied with, what the shit? I had a crush on you. Nothing else came of it, but I realized that I really don't know when someone is interested. I just assume I'm seen as a friend. If it helps, they also didn't know. A girl from one of my courses asked me if I wanted to bake cookies with her. I, a professional dumbass, was like, sure, I like cookies. A friend informed me that I had just agreed to a date. It was okay. The cookies were pretty good. That's adorable. When I was about 10, this girl in my class had a crush on me. She made it obvious, but I wasn't interested at the time. After school we never saw each other for a few years, then at 18 she apparently still had a crush on me. We've been married 18 years now. It's always rough when someone has a crush on you when you're young, because it's a hard thing to process. For me, when it happened, I didn't like it, because I always kept thinking I don't want to be a dad yet. When I was like 12. Everything always felt so final. I opened my high school yearbook from my sophomore year and found a message from a friend that we should hang out together and included her phone number. I only found it 18 years later and I feel horrible that I didn't see it because it probably made me look like an A** and hurt her feelings. Call it TBH, there's like a 50/50s*****. She still has it. She left her phone number on my car windshield randomly. My wife didn't find it very amusing. This is how I met my wife. She was a bold one. Usually they tell me like 20 years later, which helped teenage me immensely. I have a crush on you. She literally stopped me as I was passing by with my friends and asked me if I remember us looking at each other at McDonald's. I need to know the whole story. What did you say? I once had a girl introduce me to her friend like this. This is Tim. I have a huge crush on him, but he hasn't figured it out yet. I guess she'd gotten tired of waiting for me to figure it out. Lol. Hi Tim, I hope you figure out she has a huge crush on you soon. When I added her as friend on Facebook, her first message was, finally. Damn, I would like someone with that enthusiasm. Woke up to her cuddling with me after a house party. Edit, we are friends of 10 years or more, drunk at a house party. She found me asleep and didn't want to risk driving, so she did the only thing she could think of. We were together for 3 years after that party, still friends too. Yeah, that still wouldn't have made me sure she liked me. She was a colleague who had heard I was leaving town. I wasn't, only going to be away for 2 weeks, and she took her chance by kissing me after we bumped into each other at a nightclub. It was a rare night off work for me. It's now 16 years and 3 kids later, so it worked out well for the both of us. Dang. Drunk or just really confident? When I was in 7th grade, a boy wrote me the sweetest poem. I have it saved somewhere still. I still remember the line, I'll take you to the movies, or even to the mall, even though I'm short, and even though you're tall. Mike, wherever you are, I hope you're happy, and have the best woman ever. Edit, or, thanks everyone. Alas, we did not date, but this is because I was 12 and wasn't allowed. but I remember this poem and it's been over 30 years. I'm mother to a short king myself, and I hope he's as great as Mike the poet. Kind-hearted and romantic is a winning combination by anyone's standards. So then Mike got rejected. I briefly danced with a girl at her HS dance before she told me one song was enough and went to the restroom. A few weeks later a mutual friend asked what I thought about her. I said that she was nice and cute, but she was obviously not into based on the dance. He told me to give it another shot. I asked her out later that day and we ended up dating for about a year. Did you ever ask why she ran to the restroom after one dance? Asked her out, she accepted and then told me she had a crush on me for some time. Sometimes you just got to go for it. You lose some, you win some. You win some, you lose most. Applies to life in general. I was on a skating rink and there were a couple of girls hanging out by the benches, and one of them screams to me as I roll by that the other one likes me. I didn't react to it to save the girl any more embarrassment as she was practically hiding. IDK bro, you're supposed to go up to make her feel embarrassed. My crush told out mutual friend to tell me to ask her out. I proceeded to get rejected over text when I asked her to a date. I don't get why some people do that. Whether it was the mutual friend or the crush. What do you get out of that except punching someone in the emotional guts? When they broke things off with their fiancé because they had feelings for me, I was horrified. I mean, I understand why you were horrified, but props to them not keeping that hidden and ending up getting married when they probably won't. It was weird. I asked her out and she said she was a lesbian and I was crushed, but I respected it. Found out later from a mutual friend that she was lying, actually liked me too, and she quote said it wasn't in the plan for me to ask her yet. The mutual friend essentially said, dodge that bullet while you still have a chance. Edit. For those who have been asking, this was in first year of university. I saw her around campus fairly regularly after that, and she never approached me about it, and the mutual friend had a massive falling out with her for some reason or another, and then we grew apart as the years went on. Very anticlimactic I know, but what are you going to do? Edit 2. My problem with it was indeed the lying right from the start, no matter what plan she had. I did question said mutual friend to give her the benefit of the doubt regarding her sexuality. It can be complicated, but they were very insistent, and I had no reason to doubt the mutual as they had never lied to me before or after. That's a good friend. In Minecraft with a book and quill. Damn. Lol. I remember in middle school getting a note in my locker that only said, would you like to go out? I saw it and was very confused. Like weeks later this random guy from one of my classes came up to me and asked if I had an answer to his note. There was no name on the note, and looking back he must have been more nervous, but I barely knew him, and I just said, no, sorry and kinda bowed my head a little, and walked away as quick as possible. Oh the stupid asterisk we do when we are young. I realized she sent me nudes because she wanted me to see her naked, not because she wanted to discuss photography. I found this out 15 years later. Edit. I had it confirmed when we were speaking about our friendship. Fucking hell dude. I was due in a couple weeks to move halfway across the country for my job, so I was hanging out with a local friend to say goodbye. That night I admitted I would have asked her out if I wasn't moving so far away. There was a moment of silence and she responded with, yeah I probably would have said yes, you're quite the catch. Later that night we are lying on her bed watching anime. She gets up to use the bathroom, so I stretch my arms out. She comes back, sees me stretched out, says ooh an arm, and cuddles right up to me. We are dating now. Oh god, I'm so glad. She came to school with her whole arm scarred with my name and a love heart. Hadn't cleaned the blood so was fairly fresh. She told me she did it with a knife and wanted me to do the same. She was very quickly expelled after that, and I learned a valuable lesson that girls can be crazy. Are you fucking serious? Was this high school?